Hey everyone, TiredEyeBags here. I recently got to play the playtest for the game called the Bornless. It's an extraction shooter, involves demons and cultists and sigils and a whole bunch of cool stuff, right? So I want to teach you guys a little bit about the basic game loop and basic features of the game in case you plan on looking at this game when it comes out for early access and full release eventually. But before I get into it, make sure you understand that this comes from an early build of the game, and the game will change a little bit over time as the game develops more. So if you want to hear more about development of the game and want to make sure you stay up to date on all changes and release dates for the Bornless, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and share this video with a friend to try to get more people into this wonderful, wonderful game. All right, let's get into it. In this game, your character is what is known as a seeker. When you first get into the game, you'll spawn into your safe house. This will be like your base of operation for the game, where you'll equip weapons, buy and sell gear, and even test out weapons at the shooting range. To start matchmaking, you go to the table on the top floor and interact with it. Currently, there's only duo games and custom matches available. You just start a match and feel free to walk around your base and explore your safe house until the match is found. Once you're in a match, you'll spawn in an abandoned looking house that looks just like the safe house, only more like run down. And you can go outside from there. You might want to push F, I believe is the default key as of right now, to turn on your flashlight so you can see where you're going. Right outside every safe house and scattered throughout the map are little garages. That's where you'll spawn your truck if you want to drive around the map. It is a large map, so trying to do it all on foot would be very difficult. This house will also be the same place you respawn if you get downed by an enemy later. In the last playtest we played, you could respawn one time per match. After that, if you get downed, it's back to your safe house. To find out where to go next, make sure you hit M on your keyboard to pull up the map and see what locations are nearby and try to go to the closest point of interest you can find. Around the map, you'll see these small altar-looking things called totems. Here you'll interact with those and deal with whatever threat pops up. And then afterwards, a little skull will be sitting on the pedestal, and that is your incense. You'll need to collect 3 of those for the next step. Once you have 3 incense, you want to go to a gate. You can look at the map and see a symbol marking where they're at, but there's one at every point of interest. You go up to it, and you'll place all 3 of your skull incense on the altar, and after a little sound and animation, you'll have a demon spawn in front of you. You need to fight that demon to kill him, and once you kill the demon, they will drop a sigil. What the sigil is a little item that you get to carry on you. It does not take up inventory space, but allow you to become a demon. And each demon has its own special abilities. The more sigils you have, the more powerful you become. But be careful, because once you collect your first sigil, you'll be shown on the map as a area circle, so it tells enemies you're roughly in this area, and it follows you around the map. The more sigils you have, the smaller the circle gets. Other players can track you down, kill you, and take your sigils from you. Even as a demon, you have more hit points than a player, but you still can be killed, or can be downed, and then you can be banished. Once they banish you, they'll be able to take your sigil. Once you get 3 sigils, however, you and your teammate can both transform at the same time, and you'll permanently become a demon for the rest of the match. And these demons cannot be killed. They can be downed, however. So players can down you if they need to get away and extract from you. They also have ability as a 3 sigil demon to teleport to the extract and try to stop people from extracting, but the extracts are separated pretty far apart. It's hard to cover all of them. Which brings me to my next part, extracting. There are a few places that extractions can spawn on the map. These are designated on the map by lighthouse symbols, but only one of these locations will end up being the extract area, and you can't extract until there's about 5 minutes left in the game, which happens from either normal time running out or when a team transforms into a 3 sigil demon, then the clock automatically drops down to 5 minutes and the extracts open. So you may ask, Tired, how do I know which extract will be the one that opens? That's a great question. One question I also had myself, and I accidentally found out the answer to that while playing the game. The extract can be locked in place by any player, as long as they have incense on them. So the incense you get from the totems, you can keep one of those on you, go to the lighthouse, at any extraction area, there's a lighthouse. There's a table up inside the lighthouse. You place your incense on that table, and that locks it in place. It'll notify everyone on the map that a lighthouse has been locked down, and it also remove the rest of the lighthouse symbols from the map, showing everybody which extract is the one that's open. The extracts in the game are currently boats that sit at the docks. They are spread out really far apart, like I said earlier, so it's impossible for the demon players to camp them all at the same time. So there's usually at least one that you can go and try to reach. And all you have to do is walk up to it and tap the button. You don't have to hold the button in. There's no like countdown. You just, as soon as you touch the boat and hit your interact button, you're out. Well, now you made it out. Now you have this backpack full of loot. What do you do with that loot? Throughout the match, you will find loot chests, boxes, furniture, and other players that have some good stuff on it that you might want to sell or keep for yourself for later. When you're back at your safe house, upstairs next to the matchmaking table, there's a safe. That safe has so many spots you can put weapons, ammo, whatever you want in there for later use in later matches if you want. Go downstairs out the front door and wrap around the back. There is a merchant in the back that you can buy stuff from, or you can sell your items to make some good money. As I stated earlier, the version of the game I played is a very early build. And as the game develops, there are other features in the safe house and in the map of Farmouth itself that will be added. And I'll do my best to keep you guys all up to date on any changes, playtests, and release dates in the future. So make sure you subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you next time, Seekers.